Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with another team adventure. Now, this is all about Ford. We've got a selection of Fords in this one. For it, the vehicles were not allowed to have engine swaps or driveline swaps. So, if the car like my Focus starts off with front-wheel drive, it is going to continue to be front-wheel drive. And so on and so forth. I have used this Focus before. I remember it being pretty damn good. I do like front-wheel drive in this go. I like front-wheel drive in general, but in Horizon 4, front-wheel drive is actually pretty fast, even up in A-Class. So it should stand a chance. Now, it is winter, which means anything that is all-wheel drive, there aren't too many. No one has any of the big trucks. No one's braved the Broncos and that sort of stuff. There is a couple of Escort Cosworths, I think, I saw around the place. The Ford Puma is an interesting choice. Very quick, very grippy car, I should say. Potentially very fast, I would think. Won't have the top-end speed, perhaps, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. I've got nearly 500 horsepower in my car, so I'm expected to be relatively good. We are on rally tyres, as most things will be, given it is winter. We've got a very good run coming down this next straight. We're going to make the most of 497 horsepower I've got in this one, if I remember correctly. We're going to get past the Puma. Can we get to the inside of the GT70? I don't think it realised I was there. Well, now look, you can move across on me, however, the Focus is much heavier than your little rally car. I just don't think it realised until too late that I was alongside. Those are very quick, actually. A very fast B-Class one. Mid-engine rear-wheel drive. So, yeah, they can be very good vehicles. We started down the back. We have front-wheel drive always going to be a bit weaker off the line, and the worst bit for us was the fact that we start on a hill. So not only are we going to struggle off the line a little bit more naturally because of front-wheel drive, we also have to climb a bloody hill, and the road's covered in snow. So that's never a good thing through all of that. I mean, points-wise, he's not looking great for a red team at the moment. We had a little bit of a slide going on. We've got a big fight for Focus domination up ahead. I'm actually hoping we've got a really good run onto this stretch. We might be able to get both of them before the corner. There we go, job done. I will take that one. That moves us up into 5th. We're going to have to close. I mean, the lead group is actually not very far away here. Oh, big oversteery moments. That is some front-wheel drive oversteer for you right there. Yeah, for those saying you don't need a wing on a front-wheel drive car, yeah, you do. They still need some level of rear grip. Not quite as important, but still, you can see this thing sliding around. I do like this, as my front-wheel drive A-Class cars go. This one here is pretty good fun, and pretty fast as well. We have started closing in a little bit on the front group. I'm not sure what's leading. I think it might be the Escort, actually. I'm not 100% sure. There is, an Escort RS in here, the classic, the barn find one. That is also another front-wheel drive contender. Okay, I'm overdriving it a little bit here. I think we've got an Escort Cosworth as well somewhere in that front group, but I'm not sure. Come on, Focus. Ooh, let's try and run away from that group behind us. We seem to have good straight line speed compared to a fair few cars, which is helpful. If I could just keep the back end in check, stop sliding around and wasting my own time, that would be very helpful. That's more like it here. Just every time we're sliding around and sort of spinning up the front wheels, trying to catch it and everything, that is not good for lap time. Whereas that little sequence of corners there, for example, considerably better. Let's stick with that. Less oversteer, more nice composure and everything. There's a little bit of a battle going on at the front of this race, which is what we want to see. I mean, we need to get some red team cars further up. It's close in terms of points. I mean, if we can get a red team car to the lead of the race and I can get on the podium, or certainly if I can get past Speed Beast, maybe something like that would be very, very helpful indeed. We're going to try and not get a big kick of oversteer here. Now, of course, the Falcons ahead of us are going to be much faster down the track. I don't think we have any Mustangs, actually, entertainingly, in this one. We have got a couple of Falcons. We've got the modern Falcon as well somewhere around. Hey, right, so if I can pass Speed Beast, we will win this round. It is very, very close. Oh, I don't know, actually. It's changing a lot. It's difficult to keep track of who's where in all of this. It has actually now swung back a little bit more in blue team's favour. Come on, Falcon sliding. Longbow is not that far away from second up there with the older of the Falcons, if I remember rightly. God dear, I'm trying to keep up with everything while we're hunting down the Aussie muscle car. I'm going to run out of laps, I think. We've closed. We're definitely quick with this Focus. We've definitely got good speed. But I think I'm just going to run out of laps. I'll be faster in a straight line. That would be unexpected, but quite funny. Thought about having a bit of a dive, but we're never really close enough to make the most of it there. Nope. I'm not sure what's in the third. It might actually be a Focus. Might be a Focus RS. I don't know where the Escort ended up. We are going to be too far back. Probably. No, look at the speed. Once you get past like 140, we absolutely fly up to the back end of the Falcon. But now we're not quite close enough to have a look. Speedbeast is going to not shut the door. Well, Speedy's left the door open, shut it very late. I just don't think was expecting a Focus to appear there. It was a little, that thing is so early on the brakes that I didn't necessarily intend for that to be such a big dive, but it's just, yeah, it is so early on the brakes. We couldn't quite do anything at the end of that one. Okay, it was the Escort, our Escort, that took a victory. God, if we could have made that past stick, we would have got the points in the end. Just, yeah, not quite. I don't think Speedy's quite realised how good we were going to be under brakes. The Falcons get second and fourth. Yeah, it's Focus in third. I mean, the good news from my car is quick. Didn't quite work at the first circuit, but there is more to come. So, we head to Greendale, the Foothills Scramble next. We probably won't be too bad around here. As I said, most things are going to be on rally tyres, and sure, the all-wheel drive vehicles are going to have that little bit of an advantage. How many all-wheel drive vehicles have we got, actually? I think we've only got 3? I think we've got 2 Focuses and an Escort. Might have miscounted, trying to keep track of who is driving what in all of this. So, yeah, I mean, we're gonna fight as best we can. If we can get a good start. We don't sort of fall back too far. I don't think we have. I saw somebody in the classic Escort before we started the adventure. I think maybe they might have gone for something else in the end. So I don't see it anywhere. I might have just lost track of stuff, which is quite possible, quite easy. But yeah, I mean, at least we're closer towards the front this time around than we were last time. That is something. As here come, well, the GT70 is in there. The Puma is, oh god, sorry. I just want to get on the power, and it was just, nope. We are going to get all of the understeer directly towards the door of the Puma. That is not what you need whatsoever. Okay, we might not be quite so suited to this. Not sure we're going to be the happiest off-road. This is a bit more of a power build, if you will, and it is apparently not so fond of the off-road section. It's fantastic that my Focus is outrunning the Falcon down a straight. I do like that. GT70 is very wide there. It's going to get away with it. I mean, it's a very light car. It's going to get the initial acceleration, but it is not going to have the top end of my vehicle. I'm going to be careful through these next couple of corners. I don't necessarily know I want to be on the outside of the GT70, however, we were not given much of an option in that one. We'll make it work. Okay, run away from the Falcon, see if we can pass the GT70 down towards turn 1. It has got a decent amount of straight line speed, actually. We didn't have a great run on the final corner, might have helped us. Oh, that's very early on the brakes there. Yeah, I expected that to be later on the brakes than me. I don't actually know if on my end, I don't think I hit it. I've got no vibration from the controller, but I'm not sure if on their end it was quite the same. There may have been some desync in that one involved, but we are past now. We could potentially run this onto the podium if we can chase down the 2 Focuses in front of us. I've got to be careful with this understeer. I've got to be very patient through here. Oh, okay, well that makes one less car for us to pass. However, it does give us a small problem in terms of points in all of this. That's lost us a decent chunk. Of course, the modern Focus, much better on that dirt section. The all-wheel drive cars, yeah, working well there. In fact, I think it is all-wheel drive cars 1, 2, and 3 in this one. I am leading the two-wheel drives. The two-wheel drive brigade being chased by the Ford rally car in 5th, the GT70. Now, can we do... See, I think over the majority of the lap, we are quicker than the car ahead, apart from the dirt bit. And the problem is, the dirt bit, we lose quite a chunk of time, and I'm not sure we can make up enough of it elsewhere. I don't think we have enough speed, like down here. Yeah, we are quicker down here, but we lose so much. It's really... Turn 1 isn't so bad. Through this little section here, it's not the worst. When it gets to the really tight section on the dirt, that's the bit that hurts. That's where we lose so much time. Like here. Here's not as bad. We're carrying our momentum okay. It's here. Because I just can't put my power down, or I understeer off towards a wall, like so. You just got to be waiting and waiting and waiting, and then again it's a waiting and waiting, and even the kitten had an opinion of that one and no idea whether that's going to... He was stood right next to the microphone almost at that point, so we might have had some kitten commentary. But yeah, you can just see the gap. We were closing in, we were almost in, you know, decent visual range of the Focus, and then it's gone. It's just through 2 corners alone. The other place it will enjoy a little bit of acceleration over me is out of a hairpin down here. It's not the worst traction zone, of course, being tarmac, but again, to be fair, I can go to full throttle quite early there. It's not really spinning the wheels up on the Focus. We've built a decent sized gap back to Longbow, and Longbow is going to be having other difficulties with the Falcon, the rear wheel drive car. I mean, I say other difficulties, they're going to be similar difficulties to me, just in different ways. It's going to be sliding around, it's going to be moving about, and they're not the same problems that we are dealing with. Points, I mean, they're looking not too shabby for us, really. If we have 3 cars in the top 4, that's always good, and have got some points elsewhere. Also, I think, unfortunately, this is just going to be a little bit of a stalemate here. The top 3 are all kind of equal distance between them. It's not really changing very much. Second is a little bit closer to the leader than they are to third. We have that gap back to Longbow that has not really changed much as far as I can tell. Maybe Longbow's getting a little bit closer. As long as I don't do anything stupid, I think it would be difficult to get past and just difficult to close in the remaining laps. We were really bad for trying to get off the dirt section. I think that's where pretty much all of my time is going. We'll have a little tap on the brakes through there, so I don't quite trust my car fully. Where is that? Oh yeah, we'll extend it out the gap a little bit back there. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those, well, there's not much more that we can do outside of don't miss a checkpoint, don't get carried. There's no real reason why we would. There's no real reason to push that crazy. I say that it's one of those things sometimes when you're in a race in this situation where it is kind of everybody is where they are, no one's really having any big gains. If you try and drive safely, if you try and drive, you know, say less than 100, it's very easy to either lose an awful lot of time or make silly mistakes, like missing a checkpoint, because you're driving slightly differently than perhaps you would normally. You know, maybe you're just taking a little bit easier, so you brake a little bit earlier, but then your turning points are different. And we've seen it time and time again. I've done it certainly a few times. That's why I never really go off maximum attack. As soon as I do, I make silly mistakes. I make silly mistakes while on maximum attack, of course, but yeah, it doesn't always work as well as you think, so again, just push. Longbow is catching a little bit. It's not going to be enough, provided we don't miss a checkpoint. Not going to be a chance for the Falcon unless it has got some sort of warp speed drive down the straights, which is not impossible. I guess it could be a immensely fast car down here. I just don't think it is going to happen quite Yeah, again, we can pull. I mean, the gap always looks a little closer going around the dirt section. Definitely Longbow is closing. It's more likely Longbow to catch me than I am to catch the car ahead at this point. But there's not really been much in the way of place changes for this. After the first couple of laps, it's kind of just sorted itself out. Yeah, the Falcon got a little closer, but that is about it for this race as we round the final corner. Get on the power. A little bit of a wheel from my car, but nothing major. And there we go. That will be that one. A kind of uneventful race, really, as we will race up towards the line. Yeah, we sit in fourth. It's a good victory at the end of the day for Red Team, but nice, solid points haul. Just nothing particular spectacular in that one. So, we head to Lakehurst next, the Copse circuit. It is a track not covered in snow, which will be interesting to see. God damn it, we start a fair way down. To be fair, we were going to fall a fair way down regardless. Longbow to start towards the front with that Falcon, which does give me a little bit of a concern. We expect that to be quick. If I'm going to be able to chase it down, it's going to be tough, because yeah, we're going to just lose a bunch of time at the start. It is just, I mean, it's how the random grid works. You know, it always is how it is going to be, but especially with the loss of time for the front-wheel drive getting going. Be curious to see how we stack up against the all-wheel drive cars now. They will not have anywhere near as bigger an advantage here. Off the line, sure, but for the rest of the race... Oh, Christ, I do apologise to the GT... 70 there. I was expected to still be in Ghost Mode. I thought Ghost Mode lasted a little bit longer before you popped out of it there, but apparently not. I smacked the back of it. At least I didn't pit maneuver it or something too bad. Jesus, this thing has a lot of straight line speed. This might be the fastest car in a straight line in this field, with the possible exception of Longbows. I went on the brakes there because I didn't know how fast the cars ahead of me were going to take that corner. Yeah, I'm really surprised we're quicker than the Falcon. I guess maybe ultimate top end the Falcon beats us, but we're going to be a bit lighter. Stuck in traffic a little bit. Yeah, we're stuck behind. The Escort has been very quick so far in these races, but it is not having the same luck here. The field is really close. Longbow has not vanished away at the front like I feared they might. It's going to be a lovely little gap for me to go. Thank you very much. I shall take that, and then we shall go blasting off towards another Falcon. Don't mind me, in the rapid focus. We're going to go to the inside. I think that's a teammate. I think they saw me coming and thought, yeah, you know what, I'm going to stay out of the way of that. I'm not going to do anything stupid. And sure enough, we are clear. We're up into 5th place. What can we do about the cars ahead? Well, the Puma, I'd be very surprised if that has the straight line speed to fight with me. Considering how quick we have been so far in the straights. That's, yep, goodbye. Right, let's go chasing after the two modern focuses that we have to deal with. Foci, whatever you want to call them. It's okay, Longbow has got some decent straight line speed in that car, but really doesn't have the grip in the corners, which is, let's say, to be expected. That makes sense. It's whether our combination of decent grip and really good straight line speed is going to be enough to overhaul that. It's looking promising for us. We'll have to say that the Focus RSs are right there as well. They're not that slow down these straights. I think we are quicker, but yeah, those two are not that slow. Everyone dives under brake. I think one of them's got a wide body kit, one of them doesn't. Our team car is looking to the outside. It's going to be a long way around there. Longbow defends. Is a great move by the white car there to take the lead of the race. That is the power of all-wheel drive for you. We are going to go and get past our teammate and go chasing after the blue cars. We are not that much slower than Longbow is a little faster than us, but only just. We are not I really don't want to understeer out wide into those rocks. I'm not fully trusting my car just yet on the tarmac. We're going to run very quickly into there now. What do blue team do? Ideally, I say ideally, they don't want me to get past both of them, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure Longbow's got the grip to hold me off, and I don't know if the Focus has the speed straight line speed to hold off my car. We'll have to wait and see. We've got company though, still buzzing around behind us, but of course we don't want to teammate friendly fire ourselves out of contention. The escort's caught up as well as we're fighting one another. We're going to go a little early on the brakes, try and get a good run through here. Be careful not to miss the checkpoint in all of this. The Focus is going to defend. I'm going to not care too much about that, but we have trouble. We have got teammate friendly fired a little bit. Not an intentional one there. That was... this is really frustrating because we have got a very, very quick car here. We're busy fighting the Focus, but Longbow just not having the grip in that car, drifted wide in that corner and blocked the run that we had got. And we had a big run. We're going to take a monster dive up the inside. We should be able to brake later than Longbow, which we can, but Longbow was busy having a dive. I was not expecting a Longbow dive on the teammate, if I'm honest, through there. Like, I was fully committed to that one quite early. Could not back out of it when I realised Longbow was going to have a go at the inside of their teammate. Points are incredibly close at this stage. We've got one more lap to go. This is a mad race. Often the Copse circuit does not produce as crazy a racing as this one. The Focus has left a gap to the inside, which we are going to exploit. We park the car on the apex. Oh, we're going to bump through all of it. We have got ourselves to the lead of the race. There are 6 cars in this little group, I think. I'm not even sure how many have made it through to this point. It's gone mad. We're out the other side. We've got a 1-2 for red team now, somehow, with all of this. I mean, we've got to just keep this one clean. Run away at the front of this little pack if we can. We're going to have a lift. Don't end up in the rocks. That was very close. The escort has run wide as well. We have got it stopped for these next couple of corners. All we have to do is keep it together. Don't leave any space for the escort here, and we can hopefully run ourselves to the line. I believe we are quicker than the escort in a straight line. Again, top end speed wise, I'm hoping we are. It's looking, it's trying to get alongside. There's not going to be a gap there. Bloody hell, that was a mad race. It's not quite as clean a pass as I was wanting. I mean, we got ourselves to the insides of them. Longway was a little bit unlucky in that one. Yeah, I committed to a dive, and once we were there, there's not too much I could change all of a sudden. But yeah, the front-wheel drive car will take victory in this one. That was a mad race. Good fun. Completely bonkers though. We head off-road next. A little bit of a different off-road circuit this one though. The Broadway Village Scramble. It is one long straight and kind of a twiddly little dirt section. Not a track we go to all that often. It is quite an interesting... That's quite an interesting circuit. Could work quite nicely for my car, as it turns out, with my huge amount of straight line speed and front wheel drive not being too bad. Off-road, I think the all-wheel drives are still going to be a little too fast. We're going to have to wait and see, though, in this one. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. We know we're not going to be as good off the line, of course. So we're going to fall back, although having like a nice sensible long straight into turn 1. Where do we come out of Ghost? I don't know this track, so I say I don't know this track so well as to where we're going to come out of Ghost Wood. I thought I knew the last track, but I got that one wrong anyway. Oh god, that's a lot of understeer. Sorry. That was a boatload of understeer. I was fully expecting us to have got turned and not be worrying about that car. I was really completely wrong. Right, we are in the middle of the fight. I mean, this is bad news for our team's all-wheel drive Focus. We've got our escort Cosworth to the front. We're going to be on the outside, that's fine. Longbow's got trouble. We're going to play with a tree. It's fine, the Falcons are ahead of us. Okay, let's have a drag race down. Ooh, that's a really early break through there. That is a flat-out corner in my car. That's a flat-out corner in my car, and I was not expecting the Falcon. I didn't think the Falcon was that bad handling that we would be braking there, but I guess it does move around a fair bit. Just, yeah, was not at all prepared for that one. We've got a huge amount of speed down here. We're going to get to the inside of Speed Beast, and I mean... Oh, okay, no, that one there was too late on the brakes by me. We will have a lift, and we will not get past Longbow for the punt, as... Well, I was far too busy minding my own battle again. I mean, I was going to get my car stopped. I was far too busy minding my own battle against Speed Beast, not really thinking about Longbows forward in front of us. We're going to get stuck behind for a little bit here. That's okay. Where are the cars? Oh, there is one of the cars behind us. Let's get onto the tarmac now. Can we get out of this section nicely? We can do. Where are we going to have a look? Not quite a look at the final corner. We'd like to have done. So yeah, okay, Longbows car's really struggling on some of these traction zones. I think we can forget the Escort Cosworth. I think it's won this. Fighting in the mid-pack. Even if we had lap speed, I think our fighting in the mid-pack would have kept us far too busy. Our main quest is now, can I go chase down the Falcon in second place? It's nice and late on the brakes into turn 1. There we go. I think we might have the car to do this, to be honest. Considering the gap we've just made up here. Maybe we can do all of this. Get a nice straight line through there to get the power down in the front wheel drive machine. Don't miss the checkpoint though. It is easily done through this section. Get a little bit of airtime actually. Are we catching the Escort or has it just had a bad run? Might have just had a bad lap. I don't know. We got a load of understeer through there that I wasn't really. I was a bit too eager trying to get on the power at that section. We're going to be hopefully late on the brakes, quick through this final corner, try and get on the power, which we do. I think if the pass is going to come, I don't know where the overtake's going to happen. It might have to be on the dirt. That might be my best bet of getting second place. If we can get our car straightened up somewhere. We're very good under brakes into turn 1. But we're always going to be a little too far back to make anything stick. So it might have to be on... Oh god, a little bit wide there. Might have to be this next section where we do it. Because if we can get the pass done on the dirt, I think we'll be able to pull far enough away in the final corner to be out of range by turn 1. Because we are quick in the final corner. But yeah, this is not easy, and the Escort is in a little bit of trouble here. Now this could help me, or it could be a problem for Red Team. Depends on how my fight with Longbow goes here. Yeah, I kind of want to have a dive somewhere here, but Longbow's doing a very good job of defending. We get off the final corner well. I think we're pretty much pushing Longbow around the final corner. It's not going to matter though, because we can get there. But I just can't do anything. We'll try and sit in some form of slipstream. It does do something in Horizon 4, it's just not very much. You know, blasting off towards the Escort, but it's not going to be close enough. Although Longbow's deep under brakes through there. Not what the Falcon was wanting. It covers the inside. It knows it's under threat here from the Focus. We are to the outside, but that's not going to be a line that works. We're going to try and duck under... Oh, no, I tried to be clever, didn't work. Mistimed it. We're going to try and duck underneath for a kind of cutback, but it just did not quite get the timing right. Ended up too soon on the turn-in, and now we've got a Speed Beast behind us looking for a way past. I'm trying to get the power down here. Can we have a dive in the final corner? I mean, this has given the Escort all the opportunity in the world to get clear. No, we can't. Longbow's parked it lovely through there. We're going to get a run, but it will not be enough. The Falcon will hold us off. Yeah, slightly messed it up on sort of turn 3-ish area. Couldn't quite get it. Needed more time to try and fight that one. Good fight. I guess the good news for the Escort is my fight with Longbow managed to give the Escort some breathing space at the end there. Yeah, I just couldn't quite get in the right position. Didn't get a move done. However, it is going to be enough points for Red Team here to take the round victory. I'm not even sure what the overall score is. We'll have to wait and see, because I can't remember if we've won it or whether it's 2-2 now. We'll get there in the end. I'm liking my car though. Front wheel drive is working. What are the overall scores? Red Team have won. Oh, it is 3-1. We have taken victory, but there's one more round. Blue Team to fight for honour. So, our final circuit is the Edinburgh Station Circuit. Whether we do... Ooh, we start on the front row. Oh, we have a front-wheel drive front row. Lovely stuff. We might be quite quick here. It's going to really depend on how we do. I mean, the traction zones shouldn't be too bad here. I'm kind of thinking the differential between mine and the all-wheel drive cars. We're going to have better grip than the muscle cars. We've already seen Longbow's car, for example, struggling around the place. We know mine has got some good acceleration, so it can kind of make the most of the short straights around here. Perhaps more so than some cars. It's just whether it's got enough traction to compete with the all-wheel drive cars out of a couple of the slower corners. I'm thinking we might be able to do that. We're going to try and get, if we can clear the Puma down here, and then if we can just make a little bit of a gap before the likes of the Escort and the Focus RSs. The RSs might be quite quick, but they're likely to have good grip. I did just see Falcon, the modern Falcon, doing an endo along the wall, so that's the thing. Okay, now run away. If we can build a gap early on, Longbow's buried towards the back of the pack, possibly not a great spot on the grid in this one. We know that car struggles a little bit for traction. So yeah, if we can run clear here, the Escort's up to third. That may be, the Escort may be the bigger threat for me here. The good news is that's a teammate car. It was too late on the brakes to take the sneaky route. I mean, it's... Oh, we've had a couple of missed checkpoints from red team cars. That is not so good, and that will be, I imagine, turn 1, claiming those. Turn 1 does that sometimes here, or turn 1, turn 2 section can definitely cause grief. Ooh, that was almost trouble from me. Just sort out a nice, if we can sort out a nice rhythm with this, I think we should be okay, because the all-wheel drive will be nice in places, but we're not really spinning the wheels. We're not really got an immense struggle putting the power down in this car, which is good news. Yeah, here, for example, will be a little advantageous to the all-wheel drive car. Now, how much grip that thing has, I don't know. I think that is more of a handling build. We've seen the top speed of my car is pretty damn good, so I would hazard a guess that Escort is more focused on handling. Now, what... So I say cars focus on handling and so on. We're all going to be running similar compound tyres. I'd be amazed if there's anybody not running rally tyres in this adventure. But the difference is, for example, my car has very little in the way of weight reduction going on in it to try and get more power. So that means, yeah, top end is better in my vehicle, but handling is a little bit worse. Other cars may well go for full weight reduction or much large amount of weight reduction to try and help with the quartering, and I'd imagine that's what's going on with the Escort behind us. A little bit of jittery lag, nothing too terrible. We will dive under brakes. We've got a couple more times around. I mean, if we have to start defending, we become the real pain in the arse car to try and overtake, because we will park it on every apex and then we will out accelerate you. Although we have seen the Escort is pretty quick acceleration front. Top end isn't great, but it's sort of 0 to 100 is pretty good. So it might be difficult to hold off. Ooh, street furniture is not what we want to deal with. It's certainly not in range yet. Be careful of that on power. That sort of corner there, the on power understeer, is a bit of a killer when it comes to the Focus. And again, here it's just a long corner. We've got to be a little bit patient. The Escort has run a smidge wide. Carry as much speed as I can into these next couple of corners. Right, here goes the Escort. Now, we know we're going to have to defend. As far as the team aspect goes, the two of us are miles clear of everyone, and points-wise, the red team are looking good. Oh, did not get that one across. I knew exactly where I needed to block. We just didn't get the block. Oh, and the Escort was kind. It actually gave me some room. Now, you might not give a blue car, for example, that much room. The Escort will jump across the inside, but it hit the street furniture, lost the momentum, so it doesn't get a run down here. That is the downside of trying to take that tight line. We're going to defend now through there, make the Focus wide with a couple of laps to go. The Escort's looking left and right. We're going to, again, just keep everything neat and tidy. Just don't leave a gap for the car. Make it go the long way round. Don't leave a gap on the inside. There's no space there to have a look. Now it's the drag race down here. I was expecting to get a cutback, but I don't care, because we're going to outrun it anyway, which means I can move it across on the run down here. We will be good under brakes. The Escort can have a look around the outside. Oh, it might have the traction. It got street furniture. It doesn't. It's the risk. It's the risk going to the outside of the final corner there. I've been street furnitured before. We gave him plenty of space. There was space for a car, but you run the risk of that street furniture screwing you. So, yeah, we just left the space. Took the line we wanted to. Yeah, we had to get defensive at the end there. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3 in the end. But yeah, I like my Focus. Yeah, the front wheel drive, I mean, it doesn't work everywhere, of course, and in the snow, the off-road stuff, yeah, okay, the all-wheel drive cars are going to be quick, but it put up a really respectable fight, I gotta say. And on, you know, a few of those tracks, it could very, very much fight at the front. We had some manic races in that one. A little bit clinging on at the end there, but yeah, I shall take a couple of victories and a red team victory overall. That is always good. Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.